Hi, Jason. Thanks for doing this. It's been a couple weeks now. How would you say you're getting a feel for playing with Evgeny and Brian? And what have you sort of figured out so far about playing with those two and what you need to be doing?
Yeah, it's been good to have some extra time to get to know them and play in these inter squad games. They play a fun style of play. They're puck possession, but they're fast through the neutral zone. Gino is a guy that comes back low through the neutral zone and gets a lot of speed, likes to carry the puck through there. So it's been good to gain that chemistry and
Next question's from Seth. Go ahead, Seth.
Hi, Jason. I know you've been in the playoffs before, but does this feel different just based on the expectations of this team compared to maybe some of the other places you've been, and some of the players obviously that have been here, like Sid and Gino and Chris? Does this feel different for you from that perspective?
Yeah, it does. It definitely does. It's we're going in with the expectation and the main priority to win, and it's exciting with the team that we have. We feel we have a great team with tons of depth. 1 to 4 is just unbelievable. The guys that we have on this team, especially our D-core, our 2 goalies. I mean, we've got a team that we feel can win, and I'm excited to be a part of it.
Next question, Michelle. Go ahead.
Hey, Jason, you guys had a pretty fun reaction when Sid got on the ice for practice today. Just how good was it to have him back? And like you said, kind of seeing that full lineup for the first time with everyone healthy and no more setbacks in terms of, guys having to be isolated and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was good. It's always nice when you can have a full lineup. Obviously, I wasn't here for most of it, but the injuries that this team's gone through this entire year is and been able to succeed and have other guys pull the weight and step up in those situations has been incredible. So, they're definitely no strangers to having guys out, but it's really nice to have a full lineup, especially when you get a guy like Sid back and practicing with you. Got to make sure you let him know. Everyone's excited, but got to give him some crap with it too.
Next question's from Matt. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Jason. The handshake line in the playoffs is such a great tradition with hockey. What do you think is going to happen in the playoffs, given the restrictions? And do you think there'll still be a handshake line? And if there isn't one, I mean, what can you do to kind of, show your respect to other players and send off?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. I honestly haven't really thought about that. I can't imagine they're going to allow that to move forward for this year. That is something that hockey is really known for, and I think everybody in the league really enjoys and loves to show that respect for the other team in the battle that you went through in that series and throughout the playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see what we do. I think we should probably figure out something. It's good to show that respect from either side, but I can't see the league allowing that to happen.
Next question's from Mike DeFabo. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, Jason. It's about a week until the matchup with Montreal, Game 1. When you look specifically at that matchup, one thing a lot of players and coaches have talked about has been the team speed of Montreal. You're obviously a fast player yourself. Just in what ways do you feel like that speed shows up, and what are going to be some of the main points to neutralizing it?
Yeah, they're a quick team. They play fast. They move pucks quick. They demon that. They don't necessarily want to carry the puck all the time. They want to get it moved to their forwards and join the rush late. So we just got to make sure that we take away a lot of their options, get on them quick so they can't move the puck as fast. And if we keep tight gaps from the defense, to the forwards holding lines, it's going to make it tough for them to play as fast as they can. And so we got to start with that. And then, the other end is make sure we're playing fast. We got to make sure that they have to defend us hard, and they're not going to be able to transition as quick.
A few more. The next question's from Wes. Go ahead, Wes.
All good. Hey, Jason. Only a few days away now from traveling to Toronto. As that kind of draws near going into the bubble, has the reality kind of set in now that's going to be the new normal for however long that you're going to be taking part in the tournament?
We've got all the details that we can possibly have at this point, so we're all just preparing the best we can, trying to make sure that things are settled at home, trying to make sure that we're settled as a team and make sure we have everything we need. And obviously we're planning to be there for quite a while, and so we're just trying to get as prepared as you can and make sure that you're ready for any challenges that come with it.
Next question's from Seth. Go ahead, Seth.
Jason, I don't know if you played any 5-game playoff series. I know you played a little bit of Houston in the American League, but do you know, are there any differences aside from obviously the number of games in a 5-game series compared to, say, a 7-game series?
Yeah, I think the first game is huge. It's it's huge in any series, of course, but in 5 games, you don't want to be down 1 and then be pressing game 2, and all of a sudden you find yourself down 2, and then you're on the brink of elimination at that point. So you got to make sure you come out of the gates hard, come out flying, and make sure that you're firing on all cylinders game 1, and man, that's going to be a huge one. And at that point, you got to push, and getting 2 wins right off the bat definitely makes the series very, very different, knowing that you only have to win 1 rather than 2 more.
We have 3 more. Next one's from Michelle. Go ahead, Michelle.
Hey, Jason, kind of going off Wes's question. I mean, the NHL just released to us a bunch of details about life in the bubble. I was just curious for your thoughts, I guess, on what the setup's going to be like for you guys in Toronto. And then have you started packing yet? And if so, what's on the list for you to bring for what's hopefully a really long time?
Yeah, I haven't started packing yet, but I've started a little bit of a list. I'm trying to make sure that I've got everything I need. It's I'm gonna have about 37 suitcases heading out there. So obviously you got to plan to be there till October, and it's gonna be just making sure that you have everything you need to be comfortable. The team and the league are doing a great job making sure that we have things at the hotel. We have lounges for the guys to be able to relax and get out of their rooms a little bit. So we're just trying to make sure that everything from our own end and our own rooms are taken care of, and then the rest of the league and the team are doing a great job taking care of for us.
Next question's from Jenna. Go ahead, Jenna.
This is kind of along the same lines of what Michelle and Wes were asking, but just have you thought about what the weirdest part about this whole thing is going to be? Has that part kind of hit it all?
I mean, there's so many factors of it that are bizarre and outside of our control and outside the norm, and so there's going to be a lot that's pretty weird come game 1, series 1, but hopefully come series 3 and week 2, week 3, whatever it may be, it's going to feel a lot more normal and just kind of the regular day-to-day stuff that we're used to at that point. So we know the first couple days, the first week or so is going to be everything new, trying to get the hang of where we're going, how the system works, and how they want us going about getting into the arena, out of the arena, buses, meals, games, all of that stuff. But once we get there, and hopefully round 2, whatever it is, you're going to feel a little bit more comfortable. You just got to make sure that you're taking care of hockey to get to those rounds to feel more comfortable as you move on.
Last question, Seth. Go ahead.
Jason, have you thought about what the ice conditions might be like? I know both teams have to play on it, but you guys are going to be playing the middle of August. You'll probably be playing the 3rd game at the end of the night in a lot of cases. Have you given any thought as to what the ice conditions might be like for this very unique situation?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the league's thought about that, and they're going to do their best to keep it up to par and on par with the league standards. But I can't imagine it's going to be fantastic. And I think a lot of it's just going to be out of their control and hard to control with the heat in Toronto. I'm not sure what the temperature will be, but again, in August it's going to be hot. There's going to be a lot of moving parts in open doors. The loading docks will be open, trying to move trucks in and out and different things. And again, with multiple games in the same day, if we end up being that 3rd game, it's definitely going to add a lot of tougher ice conditions. But again, both teams are playing on it. Every team has to play on it, and it's something you just gotta work through. And again, it'll become kind of the norm.